today? Okay, I'm very well, thank you. Before we start our lesson, I would like to invite one of you to lead us in praying. Okay, Faiz, you may lead us in praying. Come in front, please. Amen. Okay, thank you, Faiz. You may sit down. Before we start, first I will check in your present today. Is there anyone absent today? Okay, if all present today, we may continue our lesson. Before I'm going to our topic today, I want to ask you, when you are a child, did your parents give you a stories? Faiz, okay. What story did you like most? Sang Kuriang, okay, I see. How about you, Clara? What story did you like most? Cinderella, okay, I see. How about you, Adil? What story did you like most? Man Kundang, okay, good. And now, do you like watching movies? Or maybe reading stories? Okay, Faiz, good. How about you, Clara? Okay, I see. Do you enjoy doing it? Okay, very good. Well, students, the question I ask you related to the topic that we are going to do today. Well, our topic today is narrative text in a folk legend. Alright, I may explain you about the narrative text. That narrative text is a kind of text to read out the story that past tense. And the purpose of the text is to amuse or to entertain the readers or the listener about the stories. Yes. That's why I explain to you the definition of the narrative text. Well, students, and now I wanna ask you to listen this audio. But when I ask you to listen this audio, please don't make a verse. And while you listen this audio, you may try to pay attention what is the social function, what is the structure of the text, and what is the elements of the text. Alright, and now I wanna ask you to listen. You may listen carefully and give attention. Okay.
What makes her so sure is because of the scar on his hand. But Marlin denied her as his mother because Marlin felt ashamed to his wife and the poor. Then he was gone. Marlin's mother was really upset. Then she started to curse him. On his journey, Marlin's ship began to shake, and soon it turned into a sailboat until now.
Okay. I have already asked you to listen the idea that I asked you to listen. Okay. And now I will ask you, what is the orientation? What is the what is the social function? What is the structure text? And what is the language features? Okay, how about you, Arif? Function and the structure of the text and also the language features or elements of the text. Okay, Faiz, I may ask you, what is the social function you found from the audio? Okay, the social function of the narrative text is to, yes, is used to amuse, to entertain, and to deal with problematic events which lead to a crisis or turning point of some kind. which in turn find a resolution. Thank you, Aris. How about you, Linda? What is the structured text of the audio that you have already listened? Oh, that you found the orientation is. This is a story about Malin Kunda. He was a boy from a very poor family who lived with his mom. His father is a sailor, but he had already died. Yes, Malin was a smart boy, but a bit naughty. Yes, he always chased a chicken and hit it with broom, until one day he slipped off hurt himself. The wound left a scar on his hand, and Malin grew up. When Malin grew up, he decided to go to city. Yes, so one day he would become rich by the time he went back to the village. Malin's mother disagreed with this decision because he was the only one she had. But Malin had already made up his mind that his mother had no other choice but to let her only child go. So we call that one? Yes, orientation. Okay, how about the complication? Clara, what you found when you listen this audio? What is the complication? Yeah, the complication which on the other hand, Malin's mother was getting older. She missed her child so much. You listen this audio. What is the complication? Yeah, the complication which on the other hand, Malin's mother was getting older. She missed her child so much that she had always wait for Malin's return at the harbor every day. Yes, until one day there was a merchant who stopped by the village. She knew it was Malin the moment she saw him. What makes her so curious is because of the scar on his hand. But Malin Denny had asked his mother because Malin felt ashamed to his wife and the crew. Then he was gone. Okay, Nelly, what is the resolution? When you listen this audio, the resolution is yes, Malin's mother was really upset and he started to curse him. Yes, and she started to curse him. On his journey, Malin's steps began to shaking and soon it turned into a storm. Okay. Yes, so proud of you because when I asked you to listen this audio, directly you know what is the orientation, what is the complication, and what is the resolution. And now, Ari, I want to ask the language features of this text. You can find when you listen this audio, you found the language feature? Yes. What should make the language feature? Yes, using past tense. Okay. How about you, Sinta? Using adjective. You will make example using adjective. Yes, poor, beautiful. Yes, and many else. Okay. What else? The language features. Yes, using action verbs. Using action verbs. We also can find in verbal and also mental process. Okay. Then, after we understand the example that we have here just now, Is there any question? Okay, Clara, what is your question? What is the meaning of the part structured text? Okay, I will answer your question. That in the structured text, there are orientation, complication, resolution. Okay, I'm explain one by one. That here in the narrative text, that orientation is about the opening paragraph. Where in this opening paragraph, tell about the characteristic of the story are introduced. Yes, it is the orientation. Okay, how about the complication? The complication is where the problem in the story is developed. Okay, the problem in the story were developed. So it is the definition of, yes, complication. You are true, Clara. Okay, the third structure is, I say just now, resolution. Okay, I'm explaining the definition of resolution. The resolution is where the problem in the story is solved. So it means when you hear the story, you found the resolution in the last paragraph, because the resolution is where the problem in the story is to solve the problem in the story. So it is the definition of, yes, okay, it is the explanation of the structure of the text. So is there any question? Okay, Faiz, what is your question? What is the definition of the characteristic or language features of narrative text? Okay, I will explain that the first characteristic of the narrative text is that the text using past tense. Okay, before I explain to you that you have already here that in this audio the language is
This is
used
a
past tense.
story about Malin Kundang. He was a boy from a very poor family who lived with his mom. His father is a sailor, but he had already died.
Okay, I have already asked you to listen this audio. So before I explain to you the definition of the past tense, when you hear this audio, when you hear the text in the audio, of course, directly you know that the language in the audio use, yes, past tense. Example, died, yes, and many else, the language using past tense in this text or in this audio. Okay, the second language feature is adverb of type. Okay, I may allow you to hear once again.
Malin was a smart boy, but a bit naughty. He always chased a chicken and hit it with a bat. This is a story about Malin Kundang. He was a
Okay, the adverb of time is a time we choose in a text that using once upon a time, one day. So it's to knowing the text that it happened in past. Is the explanation about that verb of time. Okay. The third language feature is time conjunction. Okay. The time conjunction is example suddenly, when, then. So it means these two conjunctions, the first sentence to the explanation about the, yes, the time conjunction. Okay, the verb language feature is action verb. Action verb is a verb that shows an action. Okay, before I explain to you the action verb, if someone want you to check something, so it is use action verb. So example of action verb is kill, walk, drag, and many. Okay, it is the explanation of the structure of the text. So is there any question? Okay, Faiz, what is your question? What is the definition of the characteristic language features of narrative text? Okay, I will explain that the first characteristic of the narrative text is that the text using past tense. Okay, before I explain to you that you have already here that in this audio the language is
This is
used
a
past tense.
story about Malin Kundang. He was a boy from a very poor family who lived with his mom. His father is a sailor, but he had already died.
Okay, I have already asked you to listen this audio. So before I explain to you the definition of the past tense, when you hear this audio, when you hear the text in the audio, of course, directly you know that the language in the audio use yes past tense. Example, died, died, yes, and many else. The language using past tense in this text or in this audio. Okay, the second language feature is adverb of time. Okay, I may allow you to hear once again.
Malin was a smart boy, but a bit naughty. He always chased a chicken and hit it with a bat. This is a story about Malin Kundang. He was a
Okay, the adverb of time is a time we choose in a text that using once upon a time, one day. So it's to knowing the text that it happened in past is the explanation about the verb of time. Okay, the third language feature is time conjunction. Okay, the time conjunction is example suddenly, when, then. So it means these two conjunctions the first sentence to the next sentence. It is the explanation about the yes, the time conjunction. Okay, the verb language feature is action verb. Action verb is a verb that shows an action. Okay, before I explain to you the action verb, if someone want you to take something, so it is use action verb. So example of action verb is kill, walk, drag, and many others. Okay, do you get it? Well, and now I won't divide you into groups, and one group consists per person. So after you divided your group that consists per person, I will ask you if by and by I play the audio, you must able to retell the story, and you must able to determine what is the social function and the structure of text from the story. Okay? And now I will play the audio. Listen carefully.
Legend of Sobalik. One Once upon a time, in a village in North Sumatra, there was a farmer named Toba. He lived alone in a small house. His parents had passed away. To fulfill his daily needs, Toba got from his rice field and garden. Local population knew him as a kind guy. In addition, he was also known as helping-handed man. One day, Toba went fishing in a river. After a long waiting, he felt something pulling his fishing hook. He pulled it as long as he could. Apparently, there was a big fish hooked at his fishing hook. Toba brought that big fish home right away. When he arrived at home, he placed the fish. Then he went out to look for firewood. However, when he went back home, he did not find the fish, but how surprised he was seeing a beautiful girl sitting on a chair. He really fell in love with her. Tuba told her his feeling and asked her to marry him. The beautiful girl told him that she would only agree to be his wife if he promised to keep the secret of her origin. Toba agreed. Then they were married and lived happily in Toba's village. But
Okay, students, I have already played the audio. So I want you discuss with your group what is the story tell about, and by when I ask every group to retell the stories, must be able to retell in front, and also with the structure text of story, and also with the social function, you may determine with your groups. Okay, time is well, students. For the first group, I want you discuss what have already you do after you hear the audio. Okay, I want you to tell what is the stories tell about. Okay? Yes. Once upon a time, there was a man who was living in North Sumatra. He lived in a simple hut in a farming field. He did some gardening and visiting was his daily life. Okay? Okay. Okay, I see. And now I want the first group determine what is the complication in paragraph 3. Yes. What is the complication in paragraph 3? His daughter was so hungry and she ate his father's lunch. Okay, I see. And last, I want to ask you, what is the resolution of the second paragraph? Yeah, for the first group. What is the resolution of the second paragraph? Yes, the man made the deal and they got married, lived happily and had a daughter. Okay, I see. Thank you for the first group. And now I want the fourth group. Please come in front. Okay. For the fourth group, I want one of you to resolve the stories that you have already listened. Once upon a time, there was a man who was living in North Sumatra. He lived in a simple hut in a farming field, and he did some gardening and fishing for his daily life. Yes. Okay. Thank you for the fourth group. Okay, I will give you a question that the fourth group may answer my question. Okay. For group, my question is, why did the mother feel sad and start crying? Surely? Yes, the mother felt sad and started crying is, what did happen when the mother prayed after her husband broke his promise? Sorry? Okay. Soon there was a big earthquake followed by non-stop pouring rain. The whole area got flooded and became totally. Okay, thank you for all groups. And now I want to give you a paper, and where this paper contains that match the audio that I'm playing. And I want, while I play the audio, fill the gaps in the paper that I saved. Okay? And now, the third language feature is time conjunction. Okay? The time conjunction is example, suddenly, when, then. So it means these two conjunctions, the first sentence to the next sentence. It is the explanation about the time conjunction. Okay, the verb language feature is action verb. Action verb is a verb that shows an action. Okay, before I explain to you the action verb, if someone want you to check something, so it is use action verb. So example of action verb is kill, walk, duck, and many. Okay, for all each students, please see your paper and we will discuss together what is the content of the overlapping text. Okay? You may see the paper that this audio tell about some upon time ago, there was a family which lived in the village of Triangle Land. They were happy family. You may continue, Arif. Yes, although a father was a dog. Elisa, what is the next sentence? Yes, was a dog to mom. A mother was Dayang Sumbi and a son was, okay, Adi, what's the next sentence? Sang Kuriang. Yes. Okay. For all students, what do you think is a difficult thing to capture text that is here from the audio? Yeah, Tina? Oh, okay, I see. How about you, Adi? Oh, okay, I see. And now, I want to ask you again, what do you think the easy to capture text that well, students, there are so many positive benefits we can achieve from this learning. Example, when just now I have already played to you about the text of Malin Kundang and even with Lake Toba, so of course you have benefit of the story. Why I say like that? When you hear, listen what I have already played about the Malin Kundang, maybe you can imitate what the best character, and you can say wrong what the bad character. So it means the best character you can do in your daily life. Well, students, so the definition of narrative text is, yes, the narrative text is a text that are stories that have function or purpose to entertain or to amuse the listener or the readers of the story. Okay, so the structure of the text of narrative text is, yes, orientation, complication, and resolution. And we can find the language feature using past tense, using adverb of time, using time conjunction, and using action verbs. Okay? And now, before we go home, I would like to give you a segment. So, you may open your book, page 25. That's in the 25, you may do the task 2. Okay? After you do, we will present next week. Okay. Next week, after we discuss your assignment, we are going, our topic next week is about the genre of text. Alright? Because time is over, I want one of you to let us in prayer. Okay, Nelly, you may let us in prayer. Come from this. Amen. Okay, thank you, Nelly. You may sit down. Alright, nice to meet you today and good afternoon.